Welcome to Things Above Podcast. This is the place where things only go up from here. I'm your host, Taylar, and thank you for joining me for another episode. If this is your first time, I want to say welcome. I encourage you to listen to some of the other episodes to find the encouragement that you need. And if you will so kindly, whatever platform that you're listening to this podcast on, can you please leave me a review? Thanks. Without further delay, let's get into today's message. So I want to say over the past month, I've been looking back on my short 35 years of life, thinking about all the things that I've accomplished, all the people that I've come in contact with, whether it's friendships or relationships. I also think about past obstacles and traumas that I've collected along the way. And I think about the things that I've learned and the things that God has brought me through. And can I say, sometimes when I do these reflections, I become very sad. Because in actuality, I'm still not where I want to be. I still carry those burdens of the past and the things that I've been called that lie within the boxes that people have tried to put me in. Short story time. I remember I might have been about 7 years old, and I may have told this story in an earlier podcast episode, but I was 7 years old and I went to this summer camp for elementary school children. And in this situation, we were in a classroom and we were doing arts and crafts. I had on this short sleeve turtleneck orange shirt. Orange is my favorite color. And these shorts with these little orange tassels at the bottom. It was my favorite outfit. I thought I looked really cute that day. Well, I've always been a hairy little girl, arms and legs. This part is important. I can laugh about it now, but one of the little boys that I went to camp with that was in the same class as me, he drew a werewolf wearing the same thing that I had on that day. Of course, he got in trouble, but I was devastated. In 5th grade, my classmates used to call me Harry Potter. And in my 8th grade year of middle school, they had a little boy that I called myself liking, so we were boyfriend and girlfriend. And one day I wore this skirt, and I was waiting for him in between classes to meet me, and he walked right past me. And later I found out he stopped liking me because I had so much hair on my arms and my legs. What a silly reason. And then the rejection became a little bit more darker. I can remember being in relationships and friendships and being rejected, being the friend or the girlfriend that was replaceable. It even spilled over later into marriage. The message the enemy was trying to convey to me was I am insignificant and nobody wants me. I see these same patterns today in my social media content, especially on TikTok. It is so hard to reach the masses. I went on live the other day for the first time, and I've been on TikTok since 2021. But I gathered up my nerve, I got on live, and it seemed as if it was going okay. But as I was talking, it seems as if users were joining and leaving right back out of my live room. Because I don't think I was live even 10 minutes, but then it was just 3 users in the room after a while. I've noticed this rejection on jobs. It seems to be everywhere, and the message is still the same. Taylar, you are insignificant. And I realize the attacks for what they are. It's the enemy who has painted his own narrative, and he wanted me to stick to his script. That's one thing about him. While God is trying to prepare you for your purpose, he also has a purpose for all of us. And he takes the traumatic past situations and the insecurities that we've acquired to paint a false reality of what really is. A lot of the sin and the things that we have done and the things that we have been through, after being beat up time and time again from those things, we will begin to think that they are true. And I believe there are three outcomes to this, or let me say three groups of people that go through these situations. Number one, you have the overcomers, the ones that refuse to believe the lies from the enemy. You have number two, the if I can't beat him, I'll join him. Thereby, they take on these false personalities and these personas because it seems to fit their narrative better. And number three, you have the people that just give up and they just embrace the narrative that's been given to them rather than looking beyond to see what truth is. So I guess number two and number three would be the same type of people in a sense. The truth is, many of us have many different labels from people, and the negative labels sometimes are not necessarily true. But the one that matters the most is, what does God say about you? That's the one that's most important because He has made each and every one of us. He knows our innermost being. He knows our thoughts. He knows about the good and the bad habits that we have. God knows the things that make us happy, that make us sad, the things that make us nervous and scared. He knows all about us. He also knows about the narrative that Satan tried to get us to believe in about ourselves. And He knows the story that He is writing about you from beginning to end. God knows you by name, your true name. I believe a name goes deeper than a label. It's everything that encompasses us. Have you ever heard someone say about someone else, I couldn't see your name being anything else? I believe that's how it is in the spirit. And God is calling many of us by our names, not by the things that we've done, the things that we go through, our educational background, our achievements. He is calling us to who we truly are. It's just up to us to embrace it and to stop believing the lies of the enemy. Before I conclude today's episode, I want to share today's Bible scripture of focus. It's Isaiah 43:1, and it states, But now, O Jacob, listen to the Lord who created you. O Israel, the one who formed you, says, Do not be afraid, for I have ransomed you. I have called you by name. You are mine. So I want to encourage you today to remember that you are God's and He is calling you by name. For more encouragement, I encourage you to follow me on TikTok at Things Above Podcast. Well, I hope y'all enjoyed today's episode. This is Things Above Podcast, the place where things only go up from here. I'm your host, Taylar. Until next time.